I have management experience, I have computer experience, I have hospitality experience, I have a security experience, but still I don't have the job.
Newcomers have gone from guardian angels during the pandemic to being blamed for national and provincial social problems, according to Montreal's Immigrant Workers Centre.
There's no real reckoning with our housing model in this country, and I think that is the primary first, problem. Yes, there is an increase of temporary levels of migration throughout the pandemic or just before the pandemic up until this very moment, but these restrictions actually aren't going to resolve those issues.
In October, both the federal and provincial governments announced immigration restrictions. Quebec's 2025 plan included a moratorium on 2 permanent immigration programs to curb the increase in the number of permanent immigrants for the coming year. The feds will admit 20% fewer immigrants over the next 2 years, with its target for 2027 even lower.
And we believe all this, it's based on the elections, basically using this anti-immigrant, xenophobous environment created by the different governments, blaming immigrants for all, without proofs really, it's just a feeling they have.
Ankush arrived in Montreal 6 months ago from India. He's taking French classes and has sent out over 550 job applications to date without success.
We are also humans. We are not saying anything to any citizen. But we are helping people, but they don't want to understand that.
The fact that they are unwanted, the fact that maybe they'll be deported, of course, worsen their conditions, and employers are affected by this discourse, and some, of course, may take advantage of it.
If you're not a permanent resident, you don't have access to social housing. So how can we say that this is creating a burden upon our social welfare state, our public services? So, and if you're undocumented, you have access to nothing. You don't have access to healthcare. You don't have access to aide sociale. You don't have access to employment insurance. You have access to nothing. You live in the shadows.
In Montreal, Erin Seize, City News.